It is theorized that the End-Permian extinction is associated with a disruption in the carbon cycle during that time. According to Dylan Rothman, this disruption was caused by the emergence of a new microbial pathway that allowed the efficient conversion from organic matter into methane, and this was facilitated by a large amount of nickel during this era. There was also very low amounts of O2 in the oceans during this time, which allowed there to be large amounts of organic matter and sediments, because this O2 was not reacting with the carbon in this organic matter, allowing it to stay compact on the ocean floor, which allowed these methanogens to flourish and use this organic matter to produce large amounts of methane, which go back and also help prove that the methanogens disrupted the carbon cycle.
The first piece of evidence that supports the hypotheses is the emergence of an acetotastic pathway in archaic prokaryotes known as methanosarcinas. These pathways would have given them the ability to convert acetate into methane. Scientists were able to date the emergence of this pathway using phylogenetic analysis of reconstructed archaic phylogenes. Scientists also found that the emergence of this pathway coincided very well with the End-Permian extinction, meaning that they happened about the same time. So now these prokaryotes were able to convert acetate into methane. One of the reasons that there was so much acetate in the ocean was due to a large accumulation of sedimentary organic matter. So after large amounts of sedimentary organic matter accumulated at ocean floors, they would ferment into acetate, allowing these prokaryotes to turn acetate into methane, leading to a huge accumulation of methane in the atmosphere.
As explained before, this process began with the accumulation of the organic matter. Then this led to the rapid production of acetate. The acetate was used by methanogenic archaea, and because of the depletion of the sulfate, the sedimentary organic matter could then be fermented to acetate. This acetate then led to the methane burst. Then the methane was eventually oxidized to carbon dioxide, and the oxygen levels were already very low, but this even depressed them even lower after that process. Then this just explains how the ocean had a lack of oxygen and also ocean acidification. There's a possibility that the high sulfide levels also affected the land mammals and they could not survive.
Methanogens are often found in submarine hydrothermal vents, such as the Siberian traps in the bottom of the ocean floor. During the End-Permian period, a huge spike in acetate throughout the ocean points directly to methanogens turning organic carbon into methane, as shown in this equation. The more carbon is broken down, the more detrimental it is to the environment. In order for this to happen, nickel must be present, and nickel is a cofactor in this process of breaking down. So methanogens convert acetate into methane, and it's assisted by nickel. Before the End-Permian extinction, nickel concentration in seawater existed slightly below the level for methanogen production, therefore not causing an increase or decrease, just staying neutral. However, after the carbon isotopic spike, nickel concentration doubled and was almost 7 times greater before its levels began to decrease again. And as we can see here, nickel production doubled and increased almost 7 times. Such an enormous spike could potentially foster enough methanogen growth to an extent that an environment will become toxic, thus killing massive amounts of eukaryotic diversity in marine life, resulting in an extinction and death. And this is known as the End-Permian extinction.